Good evening and welcome to the Music of Stillwater Show. I'm Kel Pickens, your host for the Music of Stillwater Show, each and every Sunday here on FM 94, beginning at 9 p.m. And tonight we have a very good show for you. In fact, an hour full, packed with interviews with Cheryl Bonner, the lead singer for the group Maya out of Oklahoma City. Maybe you've heard of the group Maya before. They've got a new album out that's called Murder by Love that is really storming across the U.S., and they're having a lot of success for an Oklahoma group, and they're really breaking out of their markets and beginning to go somewhere with this album. We had Cheryl Bonner come up to the FM 94 studios. She had a lot to say about her new album, Murder by Love, and the group Maya and how it was done and so on, and just about music in general. We also had here in the studio her co-producer, Michael Lewis, who is connected with Producers Workshop out of L.A., where this album was done at. So if you'd like to listen to some power-packed music from the group out of Oklahoma City called Maya and their Murder by Love album, stay tuned right here to FM 94. We're going to spend the next hour with Cheryl Bonner and her co-producer, Michael Lewis, as well as listen to the music off of their new album, Murder by Love, and what an album it is. Stay tuned right here to FM 94 on the Music of Stillwater Show. We'll be back right after this. Welcome once again to the Music of Stillwater Show. Tonight we'll be talking with the lead singer of the group Maya, Cheryl Bonner, and also one of the producers of the group, Michael Lewis. Cheryl, I guess one of the first things we should talk about on tonight's Music of Stillwater Show about the group Maya is how long has Maya been around, and how long has Maya been doing this?
We've been together about 11 years, and we played mostly around Oklahoma City, and we've traveled occasionally, but we stay there most of the time.
Mm-hmm. So I understand also the group centers out of a club in Oklahoma City as well.
Yeah, Cajun's Wharf is where we play, and hopefully we'll be there for a long time.
Well, that's interesting. Okay, so the band itself is more than just a house band. You also have an interest in the club, is that right?
Yes, that's
you're
right.
Owners of the club as well.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have other bands in besides Maya all the time in the club?
Yeah,
okay.
We have another band every day. In fact, from 5:30 to 9. So we have a whole range of music happening all evening. Sure do.
Okay, you've got a new album out called Murder by Love. And it's always interesting to the listeners on the show how somebody gets an album out. Everybody has different methods of doing it. Some people, everything from beginning to end comes out of their own pocket, but I don't think that's the case with this album. Isn't there a story behind how this album evolved and how the group Maya managed to, if I'm not mistaken, get to Producers Workshop to do this album? You or Michael have a story about that?
Well, we were fortunate that Ed Cobb, our producer, came in to see us at Cajun's Wharf. Somebody had told him there was a good band there. He had been out in Oklahoma, in southern Oklahoma, with his racehorses, and just happened to be in town. And he liked the band and what we were doing, and he thought there was a good reason to invest some money and time and write the songs, and he really went for it. He sure did. Yeah, we were very lucky because that does not happen very often.
So Ed Cobb, one of the owners of Producers Workshop, walked in to see the band one evening and liked what he heard, basically.
Yeah.
And then approached the group right after that. What was the process involved right after that? Did Ed Cobb set a time with you immediately to go to Producers Workshop, or what went on?
Well, let's see. He heard the band. He came back to L.A. He told me about the group, and then brought me out about 2 weeks later to hear the band also. And at the same time, he started writing songs that he felt like would be good material for the band, for their instrumentation and everything. And as soon as the songs were down, he and I went to the studio, did demos on the songs, and brought a tape back to the band with 9 songs, I think. Well, the first tape had 5 songs, and the second tape had 4 songs. And said, here's some songs to see if the band liked the material, and they did. And then we made arrangements. So see, that was like around June.
Mm-hmm.
We had them in L.A. the 1st of August to record.
So in other words, these songs were put together especially for this group in a relatively short period of time? Or
about I guess altogether about a 2-month period of time for the writing, and then all the recording was done in 2 weeks.
But we worked on the songs in the meantime. We learned them and got them down. So when we got to Los Angeles, it would all be down and we'd be ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Sure saved a lot of time out there, didn't it?
So you flew into Los Angeles and went straight into the studio then?
Yeah.
Yes.
And practically,
Yes.
they lived in the studio for 2 weeks.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yes, well, the album, the songs on the album definitely do have a nice, slick sound, and by far, I think one of the reasons Maya's album has been getting fairly good airplay around Oklahoma is a nice, slick sound that the album has. It's very hard to get in some productions out of Oklahoma and so on. Wouldn't you agree that this was something that you probably couldn't come up with in Oklahoma studios, or do you think it's possible to come up with something like this out of Oklahoma studios?
Well, it probably couldn't have been done exactly the same way that it was done at Producers Workshop. We did the album with two 24-track machines synced together, so we had access to like 46 tracks. And there's a thing about Producers Workshop, technically, that I guess most people probably wouldn't hear, but as far as fidelity, it makes a difference. Most of the electronics that are in normal studios are bypassed in Producers Workshop, and the signal that the band generates in the studio pretty much goes straight to the tape without going through all the electronics in most studios. So it is kind of a unique recording studio.
So you're saying that it's a more direct sound right onto the tape, and
Yes, yeah.
and you have actually access to what 48 some tracks is what you were saying. That is pretty amazing, because I don't think that probably could be duplicated anywhere.
No, the songs could have been recorded in Oklahoma City, but I think the particular way that this was done, was that's something that Producers is one of the better studios at doing that kind of thing.
No, yeah, Producers Workshop, I think, definitely has a name for itself. That I think almost anybody, a lot of famous albums have been done there. We were talking earlier that The Wall had been done there by Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
And what were some of the other...
well, let's see, Steely Dan, Asia album, some of Gaucho, Ringo Starr, Carly Simon, Neil Diamond.
Fleetwood Mac.
Fleetwood Mac did quite a bit of Rumors there. They came in to mix one song of Rumors. I think it was their final song. They liked the way it turned out so well that they came back and remixed the entire album there.
Yeah, it's quite a list. Michael, you're co-producer on this album. When an album like this comes out, it's produced in the workshop and so on. Then I suppose the real problems start at that point in distribution, or how does one go about? Where does one take an album at that point? You certainly don't just sit back and let the album do its own thing.
No, that's true. Well, for this particular group, we have had a situation with MCA for distribution on this, and kind of mine and Ed's job was to deliver the product and try to make it happen regionally. We knew that the band had a very big following in Oklahoma City already, so that was, of course, the general target area. And as far as I know, the understanding with MCA was that if we could get the album happening regionally, then they would jump all their people on it and start promotion, which is just now starting to happen. I guess the album's actually only been available for about 3.5 weeks now. And so it is just starting to pick up, and from what I understand, next week they will start their promotion campaigns outside of Oklahoma City and start trying to spread out the airplay and everything.
Maybe you can give us a little more insight on how hard it is to, say, get radio format airplay. I know here at FM 94, what we take as a Bible to look at is Billboard magazine.
Right.
In other words, unless it's showing up in Billboard magazine, it just doesn't get on the air on FM 94. Now, that's not, of course, that's not the case with Music of Stillwater Show. We like to play regional works and so on, but regular format airplay is what I'm talking about. How does one go about breaking through all those incredible walls that are set up like that?
A lot of begging, a lot of pleading, and lots of friends.
Yeah, it's really rough. I'd say from well, you know, being involved with radio stations yourself, that maybe a station plays about 10% of the material that they actually receive. And it's, I guess, mainly personal contact with most of the stations. Promotion men get out, what we call go out in the field, and they take the product and talk to program directors and just try to get it on. And you can sometimes push a record so far by friends and favors and things like that, but for a record to really happen, it has to be a legitimately good product. And it's real rough. It is very difficult to get any kind of airplay and to get a record happening, and especially on a new group.
Yes.
I know that, like Michael was saying, your friends can only get you so far.
Right.
When there is a distribution guide for MCA in the Atlanta area, we've never been to Atlanta, but that's one of the places it's selling really good because they have a strong
Groundwork
promo guy. Yeah. So it's happening there and in South Carolina too. And, you know, they don't know who we are.
Right.
So it speaks well for this particular product. You got to have the stuff to back it up.
It's not hard to get it on the radio once or twice, but to get continued airplay, it has to. You got to light up the telephones.
Right.
every little bit hurts. To you I'm the toy and you're the boy. Who's gonna say when I can play? Don't hurt me, please don't desert me. Please come back to me, and I'll give you all the love that's in my heart. If you will stay with me, baby, please stay with me, baby. Every little bit hurts. Every little bit hurts. Stop hurting me, baby. Please stop hurting me, baby. Don't hurt me, don't hurt me. Every little bit hurts. Every little bit hurts, baby. Please stop hurting me, baby. Every little bit, every little bit, every little bit hurts. Don't hurt me.
Let's talk about the band itself a little bit now. Maya itself, Maya proper, who makes up the group as far as the members? What are their names?
We've got Wes Holland on drums and vocals, and he's also our band leader and manager. I know who those guys are. And I was reading, Michael don't tease me. And we've got Kent Blessing, who plays saxophone and synthesizers and guitars, and he does arranging. And Speedy West, who you say...
That's true. Speedy was on the Music of Stillwater show with his own album release. Not
used guitars. Yeah,
maybe
he's
6 years ago, or 6 months ago.
Yeah, he's a real fine steel player and lead guitar player. He's really hot. And Jim Rachel plays trumpet and synthesizers, and he's also one of our arrangers. And Woody Lingle is bass and sings lead, and he also does arranging. And everybody writes, so that's... Oh, I missed one. Oh, Bill Hood. I knew they were going to cuss me for something. He plays keyboards and synthesizers, and he's also a lead singer. So that's the gang.
And you called in some on this album also some extra percussion work were these studio musicians or were these friends of the band or something?
No, these are studio musicians in L.A. In fact, Michael can tell you more about these guys.
Yeah, one of Gary Ferguson, who's listed there, he did the demos with me in the studio for the songs. And Mark Singer's a real good local percussionist in L.A. And then Gordon Peak was brought in for Simmons drum programming at the time that this was done. The Simmons drums, which are an electronic drum similar to synthesizer kind of thing, was relatively new. And he was one of the few people in town that had a set of Simmons and was into programming. So we brought him in for that.
I noticed also you have special thanks on the back to Jimmy Hotz. Of course, Jimmy Hotz is a name in Oklahoma that is got quite a legend built up behind it and so on. But you say for creating the dragon. What dragon are we talking about here?
That's a sound effect on one of the songs. It's an introduction that they created in the studio through synthesizers. It's a real nice song. What is that, on Oklahoma Tea?
Oklahoma Tea, yeah.
On Oklahoma Tea.
You also give special thanks to the Oklahoma City Police Department.
We carry around the album in our car, see, so when you get pulled over after work, see, look here. No, really, they're on
police cars on the cover. There are 3 Oklahoma City police cars.
They helped us block off the street. We did the album cover shot on I-40 and Chartel, and they blocked off the street for us and really did help us out. We appreciated them very much.
And they also got thanks for not arresting all the guys for carrying their guns.
Their guns.
Machine guns, switchblades. Yeah, those were a little illegal, I think. I don't know about that.
We've got 10 songs on this album. And out of these, I guess Ed Cobb wrote a lot of them, and I think Michael even helped on 1 or 2 here, and maybe did more musical work than that on them. But a total of 10 songs. Out of those, which do you, the lead singer, Cheryl, do you have your favorite on the album? Let's say, now I know you've got a single release, Murder by Love, and you're planning a new single release soon called Dance Into Your Bed. Now, what are your favorites, though, your personals?
Well,
like, probably you think that are...
It's so hard to say, you know, I've been involved in them so much. I just can't say. I like them for different reasons, and it's really neat to hear other people's reactions to them. You know, I don't like to say, well, how did you like this song? I say, what songs did you like? And it's amazing the diversified answers I get. Everybody likes this song, This Love Shines in the Darkest Places. Bill sings that. It's a real nice up-tempo song. And where is it? I Do It With You. It's a little reggae number. That seems to be everybody's, one of everybody's favorites. And that's on the flip side of Murder by Love, the single, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So I like, it's a nice mix of songs. It's I think that's a very good mix of songs.
So the flip side of Murder by Love is I Do It With You. Well, what about the flip side of Dance Into Your Bed? Have you decided on that yet?
I don't know. I don't know what I think. Is it I Don't Talk Anymore?
I'm not sure.
I don't know yet.
Sure.
They haven't
Dance
decided
Into Your
yet.
Bed will be definite A-side on the next release.
And this song right here, Every Little Bit Hurts, was recorded years ago, back in the 60s.
1962.
1962. Ed wrote back then, and a real good black lady sung it. I remember it from my childhood after somebody reminded me of it. I didn't even realize it was the song when I recorded it, because we did it so different.
return with more from Cheryl Bonner and the group Maya with their Murder by Love album right after this. Stay tuned to the Music of Stillwater show. How about video? Let's talk video for a second. Groups have different opinions about video. I think almost even the general public understands that video can be an extremely valuable marketing tool, and the way it's used and so on. What are your feelings about video? However, I run into some groups, of course, that maybe don't feel the same way about video. They feel that video detracts from their music or something like that. You'll run into various forms of purists all the way down, you know, who wouldn't have a thing to do with video. And then other groups who would have everything to do with video and feel that it's... What is Maya's opinion of this, or your opinion?
My opinion is that it's the most wonderful tool that's come along for a way to reach people and to get your product across. I personally like to perform. That's one of my favorite things. And consequently, I want to do one very much. Everybody does in the band. We think it's essential. And I believe MCA wants to do a video on Dancing to Your Bed. I think if you can't do it, you're really out of luck. It's too bad for you. You know, if the band's got a great product, it's a great way to sell. There's no other way to reach it. So many people. You're saying MCA? Now, what was this about MCA wanting to? Perhaps snooping around at the point now, or
they will do a video as soon as there's enough sales to warrant a video. I think so far we're up to about 7,000 albums, which is pretty good for having only been out for 3 weeks on a new act. And as soon as they see a little more sales, they'll be ready to jump on the video. There are 2 or 3 songs that are very visual and could have really good video. "Dancing in Your Bed" being one of them, and so, you know, they're very interested in that, and the group is real visual.
Okay. So in other words, in this instance, you're saying before MCA would be interested in a video, there has to be a certain amount of ground support before they would consider financing a video.
Yeah, that's.
And then in turn, a video would probably spur more album sales after that.
Yeah,
and so
yeah,
on.
that's pretty much the
Okay.
case right now, the way they work. Yeah.
The plans for the future for the group Maya, where would you like to see Maya heading if you had the choice? In other words, maybe you're at where you want to be at right now. You've got an album out. You've had the album fairly well distributed, and it looks fairly good for Maya for the future. Is the band willing to maybe make the sacrifices maybe that it'll take and so on? You have to, maybe there's travel involved.
Travel. Well, we're in a rare situation, I think, because we do have a club where we can work, and that is one of the attractive things to Ed that made him know that we were, what's the word? Stable. We're not a bunch of kids. We're all old people. No, we're not that old. I'm not as old as Michael. But because of that fact, we don't have to go out on the road until it's warranted. And the other thing about that is we don't have to go play a lot of sleaze bars, and not to put any bars down. But you know what I mean.
Sounds like you have been there, though.
Oh, who, me? Oh, never. Oh, yes. So we don't have to do that. We pretty much paid our dues on that end of the stick, I believe. And Ed's plan, I believe, as I understand it, is us to stay in the club till the album's selling well enough to warrant going out on the road. And when we do, it'll be not at a breakneck speed. You know, we won't have to kill ourselves once we get out there. And it should be at places that are big enough to make it monetarily worth our time and his time.
Yes, they make more money in their own club than they would going out as a support act on a first tour, that kind of thing. So they are in a real unique and fortunate situation like that. But if they need to be out there to promote the record at all, then they will be.
Yeah, whatever's necessary.
Yeah.
You know, you were asking about future plans. I understand from Ed that he's already written 5 songs for the album, and the guys in the band are writing. Is that right?
Yeah, for the next album.
For the next album.
That was
And the
my
guys.
next question.
Yeah,
the guys
we're
in the
really
band are
trying
writing.
to put pressure on all the guys and girl in the band to start writing their own material, because they are very capable writers. And I have heard some of the material that they're putting together, and it sounds real good. And hopefully on the next album it will be mostly their own material.
When the morning is a cold, fading
the group, I believe one of the groups that we've had on the Music of Stillwater show that had an album financed by outside money. I think the last one we had on was the group Fingers.
Mm-hmm.
That was the group I was familiar with, and so on. And they were going very well there for a while, it looked like, and so on. And now I understand maybe some things have gone awry and so on, and the band has run into some problems and so on. Does that ever bother you in the sense that you might get started heading in a certain direction and things look so good, and then all of a sudden, or do you feel the band's been together way too long for something like that to occur?
Well, something could always happen, but we're, like we said, we've been together a long time, and we're pretty tolerant of each other. So I don't think the personality thing will be a factor in it. If nothing else happens, so much has already happened that we've already done more than we've ever done. So I won't be disappointed. But as far as problems, inner band problems, I don't think so. We're all pretty stable musically, and we put up with each other pretty good.
The name Maya, what I think of course, is the Indian term of Maya.
Yes.
But is that the reason the group chose that name?
No.
Or is that some...
No. It's kind of strange. When Wes and I were first together back, 11, 12 years ago, we were working at the Hilton in Northwest. And this was the first time we'd worked together. And Max Gronenthal was in the band then. He's in L.A. now in a band called Jack Mack and the Heart Attacks. He's real big up there. And this is so long ago. We had a guy who was the general manager of the Hilton, and he helped us get the band together and helped us keep together. And he supported us emotionally and made sure we had things taken care of. And his name was Philip Maya, and we appreciated it so much. We didn't want to. He didn't want us to name it after him, but we did, and so it was M-A-I-A back then, though. So. Oh,
but you switched it to M-A-Y-A.
Oh, a lady that was at another club didn't think anybody could remember it, so she changed it on the marquee without even asking us. She just changed it to M-A-Y-A, and we just left it like that.
Yeah, because when I first saw it, I definitely linked it up with meaning illusion and not of this world. So
yes,
but that's a good name.
It turned out to be.
That's the first time I ever heard that too.
You didn't know that? That's true.
I didn't know that either.
That is true, but it's a neat name. It's turned out to be a unique name, so we're lucky there.
Takes the wrong course, and we wipe in a circle, destroying where we've been. Can't you see that it's not up to you and me? Ours is not to pick and choose another's destiny, and collections of our sins gather dust in cosmic bins. Yeah, I dreamed of you and how it could have been. With goodbye to the love I left behind. And collections of our sins gather dust in cosmic bins. Yeah, I dreamed of you, how it could have been. And with goodbye to the love I left behind.
As far as performances outside of the club, you said recently you've been down to Arkansas. Is that
Yes,
right?
we played at
Performed down there.
Cajuns in Little Rock.
Cajuns in Little Rock. So there's that's not connected with Cajun's Wharf.
Yes.
Here it is. Oh, it
yes,
is.
ours
Okay.
is the first franchise. There's also
Uh-huh.
one in Nashville, and Wes and our owners are involved in building one in Denver, and then they're going to build one in Tulsa. So there will be many more.
So we might have a whole circuit
Mhm.
going here.
Yeah, they've already got one started.
Uh-huh.
We just don't leave often enough for them to use us. But we did just play the Cat World in Oklahoma City,
Mhm.
and we played there for 2 days, 2 different shows. And that was a lot of fun.
Cat World, cat. That doesn't ring a bell. I don't.
Sorry.
But do you play at other gatherings besides? You said you've just been down to Arkansas and so on. Is the band ever interested in playing other outside performances outside Cajun's Wharf?
Yes.
And well,
Yeah.
Stillwater, for example. If there were something in the future and so on, the band would consider coming in to
Oh,
play.
sure.
Oh, that's good. I was wondering if you did, if the band was still interested in doing live
Yeah, we
performances
do.
outside of that.
We do a lot of parties, and
Mm-hmm.
we've got a whole slew of proms coming up in the spring, and we've done benefits. We did one for the zoo in Oklahoma City for the dolphins, and oh gosh, we've done voter registration parties over the years. You know, we get in there and do our little civic part. We played for the House of Representatives inaugural party this year, and we've done that for about the last 4 years. So we do play a lot of different places, society parties and fraternity parties. We're playing one at OU in March at a fraternity. Yeah, we do. We get around.
It is all around the eyes, and your body is a priestess. So how amazing, hypnotized.
just the same.
If I could spend one night with you, there's no telling what I'd do. If I could do it all, I'd do it with you. Oh, with you. If I was gonna cheat on him, I'd do it with you. If I was gonna cheat on him, I'd do it with you. With you. If I was gonna cheat on him, I'd do it with you. If I was gonna cheat on him, I'd do it with you. With you. If I was gonna cheat on him, I'd do it with you. If I was gonna cheat on him, I'd do it with you. If I was gonna cheat on him, I'd do it with you. If I was gonna cheat on him, I'd do it with you.
Well, Cheryl Bonner and Michael Lewis, I'd like to thank you for appearing on the Music of Stillwater show tonight. And the new album is definitely dynamite. I know you're going to be able to do a lot with this album, and it's one of the best albums I think I've heard come out of the Oklahoma region in
All right.
in some time.
All right.
And very pleased to have you on the Music of Stillwater show.
Well, thank you very much, Kel.
Thank you.
I enjoyed it.
Love shines in the darkest places. Love shines when you least expect it to. Love shines in the darkest places. Tonight I wanna be a shining all by you. Ooh, ooh. I'm not so dumb as to think one night is a forever pick me up. And I'm not so crazy. Coming off a burn would make me think I had enough. So if you're looking for a body in a blind world, have a drink, pass me up. If there's any reason inside your bones, down the shine, drive me home. 'Cause love
I hope you've enjoyed the interview tonight with the beautiful and talented Cheryl Bonner of the group Maya, along with her co-producer Michael Lewis of the group Maya also. I know we're going to hear a lot more from this group Maya out of Oklahoma City. They're going to be probably hitting formats and going big time before too much longer, and that is no bet. I would say it's a sure thing. If you like the Music of Stillwater show, make sure you tune in to us here on FM 94 each and every Sunday beginning at 9 p.m. Now stay tuned for more great FM 94 music with less filler and more killer than any place you can dial to. Good night.